guys? Yo, 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 yo. Every time, guys, I need to get this going. Every time I wake up late, there ends up being a setup without me. Look at this, A plus IFVG. We sweep liquidity to the downside right here. What's up, guys? Guys, I missed the setup. Luckily, I was able to catch the one in Asia. I'll explain that in a second, but such a good setup here now. A plus IFVG. We closed above a second one. You could have taken it right here. Stop loss is a close below this low. Never close back below. And now we're pushing. I told you guys yesterday in the market recap, I think we're heading for this buy side area, this new week opening gap that has not filled yet. So I'm going to label this high right here. I'm going to label it in orange so that I know that it's the new week opening gap high. Now we're trading into this new week opening gap, and we just swept this high right here. So I'll label that in black. The only opportunity now, guys, unfortunately, is just to wait for a setup to get up to here. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But this was so clean. You can see we closed above both fair value gaps in basically two candles, in two candles. Your stop loss would have been a close back below the low of the fair value gap, and you can see we never did. We wicked below it, traded into this 1 minute, and then we're rocketing now. What's up, guys? DZTV, K, and Warriors for Yeshua. Good morning, guys. Did anybody take this A plus setup? I feel like every time, again, that I'm late to the stream, wow, there's already 7 people in here. Holy crap. Every time I'm late to the stream, we end up getting a really good setup. Also, this morning, guys, I slept through my alarm. I know that I was supposed to come on live for a data candle setup. But you can see right here, this was the data candle. There were two setups. Okay, this is the data high, and this is the data low. Okay. The first setup came after we swept the data high. There was an A plus 1 minute fair value gap. Entry was right here. You could have targeted the lows. And then after the lows, we got another little 1 minute, but the real IFEG setup was right here. Right? We closed back above this. After sweeping liquidity, the data low, we swept it on this candle, then we came up and inverse. That's your entry for the trade. If you were really cautious, you could have waited for this little wick right here so that you could fill the full fair value gap, enter on this candle, and target the data high. But yeah, so unfortunately, guys, I think I've missed the setup for this morning. I missed 1, 2, 3 setups. All because I woke up slightly later than I anticipated, and I slept through an alarm. Sucks, but it is what it is, right? I'm not going to cry about it. And then from there, guys, I don't know what's going to happen today. We could just have a very bullish day. But again, I'll need to see some kind of a setup to get here. If we don't, then we don't, right? Let's take a look at some other stocks this morning. Tesla not performing well, unfortunately. What's the rest of the Mag 7 doing? ASML up. Okay, beautiful. Everything's up. Any huge movers on the day? Oklo, HIMS, SOXL. UPS down 15%. Oh, okay, this is in my zone, guys. Wow. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I have been aiming for this volume imbalance on UPS forever. Let me take off the adjusted. It's a 3-month volume imbalance, and once we hit the low of it, I'm going to take a very tight stop long swing trade on this. But anyways, let's go back to NQ. So I'm going to see if we can get a setup up to here, guys. I also have the 30-second up on my top step. I took a really good trade yesterday on the 30-second chart. I mean, on the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart. I'll show you guys that later. But we're going to see if there's a 30-second setup up to here. I got this account almost all the way back up to 50K now. Okay, so did anybody take any setups this morning already? No setups. Oh, let's put on our music, bro. I forgot about that. Gotta put on the energetic lo-fi. Okay. So we're getting a potential down close here. I'm guessing this is going to be used for continuation. DZTV missed them. Yeah, guys, I'm guessing that we're going to use something here for continuation up to this new week opening gap. But we will see, right? And would I take this IFAG short? No. Why? Because there's so many fair value gaps in this leg. And yeah, I mean, we need to see like another sweep. So let's say we come back up now and sweep this high, trade into the new week opening gap, and get a really nice short from there. That should be really nice. There's a volume imbalance. Is this from the daily chart? Yeah, guys, we have the volume imbalance here too that hasn't filled yet. I'm going to make this a little bit more opaque so that I can see it. Or more clear, I don't even know what the word is, guys. Opaque. Is opaque what you use for making something more like solid of a color? Or is that clear? Wow, Bitcoin's at 106. How's Riot doing? Up to $12. Nice. All right. So I'm not a huge fan of these fair value gaps, right? It's not like, this is not a plus, guys. We didn't sweep any liquidity. We are delivering from, well, we actually have a 5-minute gap we have not delivered to yet, and we're rejecting from a new week opening gap. So this is not something I look at and say, wow, this is so clean, I have to take this, right? And look at the RR. When this closes above, it's pretty much a 1-to-1. Is it really worth it? Nah, not really. You guys can do what you want, but can't believe I didn't get this setup, guys. Oh, it's so annoying. Maybe I'll take this with 1 NQ if we get it. Because we are delivering from a fair value gap. It's just not a good RR. So that's why if I'm going to take this, guys, it'll be with 1 NQ, not 3, obviously. Stop to break even when we hit the high, and then we have to just leave it. It's probably not going to work, so. Yeah, guys, I'm not taking this. Never mind. What's probably going to happen here is we're going to sweep this high, then come back, stop me out, and then go up. So if you guys want to try this, you're welcome to, but I just don't think it's good enough. Whoa, what was that? Okay, hold on. Let me check if we have news today. I'm just checking the Discord quick. Let's go to the economic calendar. Today is the 30th, right? Yeah, we had our 8:30 news. We have 10 a.m. pending home sales. Okay, so we have 10 a.m. news, but it's not really it's not red folder, so I don't know what that's going to do to the market, but we got 3 minutes left until that, so we'll see. Okay, so let's be patient, guys, and wait for this for the pending home sales. It's orange folder news, so it's not as high probability, or not as it's not going to move the market the same way, but it might still move the market. Oh, Trump tweets? It could be, honestly, who knows? It could definitely be Trump tweets. Yeah, what's up, Sean? Good morning, bro. Javier, good morning. Sean or Javier, did you guys take any setups today? I told you guys this was A+, but I missed it. I slept through my alarm this morning. You guys know I was supposed to go live for the data candle setup. That was what I called in the Discord. Yo, what's up? Good morning, Seek Legend. Yeah, so if you guys look in the Discord, on Thursday I had a plan to wake up for the 8:30 data candle setup, which I told you guys on Forex is for this red folder news, and I completely slept through the alarm. So I missed 2 A+ setups, which I explained earlier in the stream. If you guys want to go back, you can rewind the tape and see what I said. Yo, what's up, Zach? Good morning. And yeah, so unfortunately, I missed those 2, and then I missed this setup because I went live at 6:45, and this happened at 6:46. By the time this candle hit, it was too late. I didn't even have time to process it. My brain didn't have time to process it. So this could potentially be a low being formed here, potentially. But we'll see. Also, guys, today could also be like a huge sell day, possibly. I doubt it, but like it's possible. I don't know yet. I don't know. Ooh, this actually looks pretty good for a short. If we can close this 5-minute inverse, but we still have 5 minutes till this candle closes, so we'll probably won't get it, guys. So do you see why this is A+? We swept buy side. This is a very high buy side. We're heavy in premium right now, this whole leg, right? We're in premium of this range and premium of this range. If you draw the 50% level from this candle's high to the low that formed, premium, anything above this 50% is premium. So we're in premium of this range. I would not be surprised to see us collapse here. So if I zoom into the 5-minute chart, let's see here. We swept the high, the London high, and now we're inversing a 5-minute. So this to me looks pretty good for a short setup now. So we'll see if we get it. Again, we got 4-minute. Uh-oh. What the heck did I just do? Sorry, guys. We got 4 minutes left until the candle close. So I don't know where the market is going to end up by the time this candle closes, but we'll see. I think it's an A+ short, though. At least down to this low and this low. Javier was looking at gold. Yeah, guys, I do not trade gold. I can't. It's too... It moves so poorly to me. This is a really interesting spot in the market. Because we could easily come down to discount. Do we have perfect equal lows here? No. Okay, so here, while we wait for this candle to close, oh my god, guys, we're going to miss the whole setup. See how sometimes it doesn't give you the delivery? Like, if we got the close down here, like right here, it would be great, but we're already delivering down, so I won't be able to enter this trade, guys. It's probably still going to work all the way down to here. Like, if you guys want to chase this, you're welcome to, but I'm not, but I'm just saying it's probably going to work. Sean's in on his eval, wow. So I would definitely have your stop to break even here, guys, but this could potentially collapse. It closed on a 1 minute IFEG. Yeah, it did, but you guys have to realize, I mean, if you entered here, that's okay, but you have to realize, guys, that the 5 minute was what actually mattered here. Like, we could have easily traded into this, wicked, and then completely reversed to the upside. So this is a very dangerous 1 minute short. Very dangerous. But congrats for those of you guys who took that. And you can see that it did hit take profit right there by a tick. All coincidence, right, guys? It's just people, everyone just randomly collaborates to sell here, right? Just to target this low. That's probably what happens in the markets, right? And now that that has happened, I think it's possible that we come all the way back down to sell side here and take out these lows. Possible. Am I saying it's going to happen? No. But looks pretty good. You guys see how, like, I come into the market today, I missed 3 really nice setups. But does that deter me or change my emotional state or make me chase candles? No. Because I know that setups happen time and time and time again. They happen every single day. There's no need for me to keep trying to chase. Okay, guys, I have to exit out of TradingView really quickly because it's like glitching. If you see, it's like everything I'm doing is like lagging on the screen. So give me 1 second. Wow, it's like completely lagging out on me. All right, let's reopen it. Make sure I'm on the right one. All right. I agree that it looks sketchy. Yeah. I mean, it's not even about looking sketchy. It's about, I mean, if you're talking about the 1 minute short, it's not really about looking sketchy. It's about following the model. And in this type of situation, you want to wait for the 5. You don't want to wait for the 1 because the 5 could have been used to bounce us, right? This is the 5 minute fair value gap right here. So you can see we were waiting for the candle, this candle to close below it with a body. By the time it closed right here, we already swept this sell side and this sell side. So there's no, I can't take this short. Even though it's probably going to continue down, I can't take this now. Because I have to risk us going back up, trading into midnight, 8:30. Like, there's too many what ifs here now. If the candle closed here without doing all of this, this would be an A+ entry. Stop loss would be a 5 minute close back above the fair value gap. Take profit would be here, here, and I'd hold the runners in case we had a massive sell day. But by the time if you enter on the 1 minute, right, there is a 1 minute fair value gap. This is the final one in this whole leg. This is the final 1 minute fair value gap right here. Right, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here. If you enter on this candle, the 5 minute hasn't closed yet. So this could have just been a fake down move to reverse us and rebalance the volume imbalance above us. So By the way, guys, if you're clueless on what I'm talking about, don't be afraid to ask questions. I know it can be a little bit daunting or like overwhelming, but you're welcome to ask questions. I'm happy to explain. Nvidia still down on the day. Tesla back at 3. Wow. Tesla not getting a break. We had a huge reversal yesterday, and now it's rebalancing all this. Evan Lucas, what is a 5-minute close? Well, if you can see here, Evan, we're on the 5-minute chart, right? Every candle you see here is a 5-minute candle. So when I say 5-minute close, like let's look at this, the middle candle of these 3 down candles. This is where the candle opens. This is where the candle closes, right? The body. And then the wick is where it just goes up and down. So high, low, open, close. So where the candle closes, where that body is, you see how the full part of the candle, where it closes, that means a 5-minute close. And then the new next 5-minute candle starts. So this is the next 5-minute candle open. The high is the wick. The low is the wick. And the close of this 5-minute candle's here. So again, guys, I think this still goes down. Where can you target? I mean, it's hard because now we have these bullish fair value gaps right here. But you could potentially target these lows, maybe these lows. But yeah, nothing A+ at this point, guys. Nothing at all. I will say this, so I'm going to delete this. If we can, so now we've swept a bunch of liquidity, right? We've just swept this liquidity to the downside. And now if we inverse this 1-minute fair value gap, we get a 1-minute close above, then I think this will be a good long all the way back up to buy side. I'll take this. Evan says, so you'd put your stop loss at the previous 5-minute close. No, I'd put my stop loss as a 5-minute close back above the fair value gap. So in this case, if we were shorting, right, and you entered here, let's say the candle closed here, so it was a good RR down to these lows. If the market came back and the next 5-minute candle closed above this fair value gap that formed on this green candle, that's where your stop loss would be. 15-minute looks good for a short, right? No. No, Sean. What about this 15-minute looks good to you? Is there any fair value gaps in here? I mean, it could work. Don't get me wrong. This could be a short setup, but I mean, it could be a short model, but there's nothing in here that's telling me that there's an A+ short. I don't see any fair value gaps in this leg of price. There was a good 15-minute to the upside earlier, right? When this closed above here. Look at this, guys. So I'm going to delete all these real quick. So right here, there was a 15-minute fair value gap to the upside. We delivered from this fair value gap right here. We closed above it, never closed back below it, and you target the next internal high. So that worked for a long. But yeah, there's no 15-minute short. I've been using Kraken to trade. If you're trading crypto, yeah. I mean, we don't trade crypto, though. Okay, so this doesn't look bad, guys. I'm not going to lie. So once we get the close above, my stop to break even will come at this high right here. And I'll just let it run all the way up to the new week opening gap. But I need to see a 1-minute close and a 2-minute possibly too. 3-minute. I'll show you guys the Asia trade. The only thing I'm looking at here, guys, this 1-minute looks nice, but we do also have a 2-minute and a 3-minute and a 5-minute. I'd really honestly rather wait for the 5-minute close. Just because we're in heavy premium and this could be a manipulation leg. Yeah, Seek Legend. We don't trade crypto, or at least I do not trade crypto. But All right, guys, so I'm going to show you the Asia trade. Again, I don't call Asia in my Discord because, first of all, Asia typically is bad, but I just know at certain times it's going to be good. I told you guys yesterday, I don't know if you guys remember on the stream, these equal highs were engineered highs. I told you guys these were very likely to hit the same day. So the fact that we didn't get it in the FOMC move and we came back, we swept this liquidity. Let me remove the new week opening gap so you guys can see it a little better. And I'm going to move the Asia out of the way too. Okay. You can see on this candle's wick after FOMC, during the later, when the market basically closed already, we came down and we swept this low by 1 tick, and then we created a 5-minute IFEG. We closed above it right here. That was my entry for the trade. Stop loss was a close back below the 5-minute. We never got the close. You can see the bodies of these two candles held, and we targeted the equal highs. So you can see that it was a smooth delivery all the way up, perfectly to the tick. You guys see how that works? It's me, Kay. Can we download TopStep X in mobile? I don't know, Kay. I don't trade anything with my with a mobile phone. But yeah, I really don't know. So Warriors for Yeshua, that was the 5-minute setup in Asia. Okay, I don't know, but you really shouldn't be trading on your phone. Personally, guys, and I see all these dudes on X saying, or dudes on YouTube or Instagram, I make hundreds of thousands of dollars straight from just from my phone trading on TradingView. Like, bro, shut up. They're all liars. You need to be looking at all different types of time frames. You have to have smooth operation on your computer. Like, that people that are telling you they're making money on their phones are lying. And to me, that's just being lazy. Like, if you can't even get onto your computer and sit down for a period of time without, like, laying in your bed trying to trade, you don't deserve to make money. Sorry. So this is a very key spot, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I think this may be a sell model. I think it might. I'm not entering a trade just yet. I want to see how we behave in this 5-minute gap. And again, I would need to see something A+, right? But like, let's say we come up and we trade to the top of this 5-minute and then we get a beautiful 1-minute inverse to the downside. I think that's a pretty decent setup. Like, let's say we come up and we wick midnight and then we reject. Don't look bad. Very interesting looking chart. Exactly. Guys, if you don't use equal highs, perfect equal highs, I am telling you, you're missing out. They are literally the best thing in existence in these markets. If you literally, so here's another thing, guys. If you are not profitable, okay, I want to challenge you to do one thing. Do not click the button ever until you see perfect equal highs form in the market, okay? When you see perfect equal highs, look for a 1-minute, 2-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute inverse fair value gap setup. I guarantee you, you will win much more than you're winning now. I can't guarantee you're profitable. I can't guarantee that. But the odds of you being profitable are going to be significantly higher if you just wait for that one setup. Even the equal lows, those are great too, but you have to realize that the market goes up way more than it goes down. So the odds of you winning trades are going to be much higher if you're taking longs than if you're taking shorts. That's another thing. I just got an alert for a stock called EIX. I set an alert for this a while ago. Oh, it's for Edison. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. So I don't know if you guys know what Edison is, Edison International. But we just swept major sell side and we're trading into a weekly, 3-month order block. I might consider adding this position. I'm going to take a little bit more pause on this. Hold on. Alright, if I add this, I'm going to alert it in the Discord. I think this might be a good long-term play. If you guys don't know Edison, it's like the biggest electricity company. And there's like rumors that one of their power lines started a fire. And wow, their market cap has collapsed. 6% dividend yield. Pretty low PE ratio. There's a rumor that one of their power lines started the Pacific Palisades fires in Los Angeles, right next to my house. So I think that might be why. But that has no merit in how well performing a business is. Like this is the type of idiotic stuff that I talk about, guys. Sometimes you'll see a really good company just collapse for the stupidest reason. Like just nonsense. All right, let me I'm gonna let this drop a little bit more. You'll see the market collapse for the stupidest reasons, or the stock collapse for the dumbest reasons. And that is your signal to buy. This is one of those cases. I'm going to do a little bit more research on the drop. I just put an alert just in case it hit something so low that it was hard for me to ignore buying it. So we'll do a little bit more of a deep dive on that. And if I do add that, I will alert it to you guys in the Discord. So BlackRock can buy the land. At this day and age, guys, I wouldn't put conspiracy theories. I wouldn't deny any conspiracy theories. Like the shit that's happened over the last 5 years, I'm like, I learned to question everything. It's pretty wild. But who knows? Who knows? If you notice, blue didn't burn, but the glass melted. What does that mean? Yeah, I mean, I'm not just going to take everything that's being said as truth. It's unlikely that BlackRock is trying to, like, buy up the land, but you never know. You never know. So guys, what am I waiting for here? Again, we swept obvious liquidity. It's possible that we inverse this 5-minute to the upside. This is a very big down move with no moves back up. So this is like, there's a lot of stuff unbalanced here. So there's either two things happening here. One of two things. Number one, this is a completely fake down move, and we're going to completely reverse it and go up to the volume imbalance above. Or this is actually the start of a big down move. I am inclined to believe it's not the start of a down move, but it's definitely possible. So I'm going to be super cautious here. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that words for Yeshua, but do any of you guys live in LA? You guys live near the Palisades, or are you all in different states? Warriors for Yeshua lives in Kansas. Seeks in Portland. I've been to Portland before. Charlie's in South Carolina. Oh, nice, bro. I have cousins in South Carolina. DZ's in North Carolina. One of my viewers and my members, Kay, is in Portugal. It's pretty crazy. Got people from all over the world here. Gotta go to work, back later. Of course, Seek. Thanks for joining, bro. All right, guys. So let's see what happens here. I think this might be a setup to the upside. Might, but it's very iffy right now. Still very questionable. I told you there's only one of two things happening here. And this just comes from like a lot of screen time. I'm more inclined to believe it's an up move and this is a fake down move, but this could be the start of a sell model down to these lows, then maybe get a reversal later. I don't know. But we will see. Let me check the 30-second chart. Yeah, guys, there's nothing here. I need to see this high get swept, and I need to see a strong bullish reaction from it. That will be the entry. But I'm not putting a long past us just yet. I think it's still possible. But the other thing that could happen is we come back and sweep this high and we get a 1 minute to the downside. I'm going to be, again, guys, super cautious here and only take something if it really lights up my brain. Because there's a lot of different scenarios that I can see playing out here. But either one of them all of them either end up to this high or they end up bringing us much lower. But how we do it is going to be super important. This is what I'm talking about, guys, where screen time comes into play. I need to see how the candles behave, how they behave in this 5 minute. If there's any lack of displacement above this high, if we shoot past it, it's far more likely that we're going to make new highs. So we'll see what we get here. Okay, Tesla's back to 394. That's nice to see. So this could be a turtle soup, by the way. So I don't know if you guys know what a turtle soup is, but it's like when we sweep a low and we have an immediate bullish reaction with barely any retracement. It could be. Again, I'd never take turtle soups. This is just like something fun to watch. I even label it. I have those little emojis. So we'll see if this happens to be one of them. I doubt it, but we'll see. So I want to see a 1 minute OB form here. So I want to see a green candle close above this red one to make it an order block to go higher. If this is going to be the turtle soup. Nope. Let's see what happens in this 1 minute fair value gap. This is the final line in the sand to make us go higher if it's going to be. Sheesh. Yeah, guys, I think this might be a down move. We swept this high by 1 tick, and now we're inversing a 1 minute fair value gap to the downside. Potentially. We have to see the body close below the fair value gap. Yeah, there it is. So if you guys want to try a short, this is technically good. Am I going to take it? No, it's not a plus to me, but I'd rather see this high get swept. So if you're in this, your stop to break even should be at this low. For sure. And then, of course, your stop loss is a 1 minute close back above the fair value gap. Again, guys, selective trading, it's really important. Yes, it's fun to take every single setup. Will you win sometimes? Yes. Will you lose most of the time? Yes. So a stop loss only works if the candle body hits it or if the wick hits it. Evan, it's you have to wait for a 1 minute candle to print. So like in theory, this is what it looks like. Okay, guys. Entries here, right, at this body's close. Your stop loss, so your take profit would be, I don't know where you're even aiming for here, but you don't really know where your stop loss is going to be just yet. But once this 1 minute candle prints, let's say it closes above, as soon as the candle closes, that's where you either have to exit the trade or your stop hasn't been hit yet. So like in theory, it's somewhere around here, but I don't know where the stop is going to be until this 1 minute candle prints. But as soon as the candle closes, and if it's above this fair value gap, immediately I have to cut the trade. So sometimes what happens is the candle will push super high, and you get stopped out for a greater loss than you expect. So the other option you have is to make a hard stop. Like for example, you could put your stop here, and no matter what happens, if the candle wicks, you get stopped out. But it protects you in case there's some huge move to the upside. Does that make sense? So like this candle just closed, right? But it didn't close above the fair value gap. So far your trade is still safe. Nothing has been invalidated. But let's say this candle comes up now and prints above, then your stop loss would be immediately, you'd have to close a position yourself. But so far, we're printing a 1 minute OB here. We just closed. So right now that we hit this low, your stop needs to go to break even. So if your entry's here, your stop loss needs to be at break even to protect yourself in case we go higher after this. I think this is going to move the markets down, like I said, but no entry for me. Not A+ enough. Does that make sense, Evan? How the stop loss works? Guys, you guys are such degenerates. Guys, don't learn not to take every single setup. They don't always work. Take the ones that are good, not the ones that are shit. No, it's not exactly how I said in the short I posted. See, this is what I'm saying, guys. You're saying it's A+ to you, but I've been doing this for so long, and I'm telling you this is not A+. In my short, I explained that we're often... Wow, UPS is collapsing. Holy crap. All the way down to the volume imbalance low. Jesus. My God. For this to be A+, we would need to be in premium of the range. So it would need to be somewhere above the 50% of where we were. So it would need to be somewhere up here. And we need to sweep obvious liquidity too. This is not A+. This is actually not A+ at all. You guys are crazy. Wow. Yeah, guys, this could potentially be a sell day. So we'll see what happens at this low that we just swept. We did trade back into this bullish fair value gap, so maybe it's just coming down to rebalance it, but if you're in this, so guys, like this is a type of setup where it's either going to completely fail or it's going to probably move heavy. Evan, still a bit confused. So you don't set your stop loss until after the candle you bought in at closes? Okay, I'm going to replay this market really quick, guys, just for Evan to understand real quick. Okay, this is where your model comes into play, right? This is the fair value gap. We close below it with the body. You see how the body closes below the fair value gap? This is your signal to enter the trade. So you're in right here, okay? Let's just say I short the market, okay? Your stop loss right now, we don't know exactly where it is. Your take profit, let's say it's down here. I don't know. Whoops, what just happened? So your take profit's down here. Stop loss is for now up here, okay? I don't know really where the stop loss is going to be until I get a candle to close above here. So let's say the next candle, like prints, let me draw. Where's the drawing tool? So let's say the next candle prints like this. The body of the candle, I'll make it green. Okay? The body of the candle closes above. Immediately, I close the trade. Because this invalidates the trade. But you can see here that what actually happened is we never... Whoops. Let's get rid of the drawings. We never got a body close above. So we just wicked. So you're fine. And as soon as this low hit, I would move my stop to break even on the trade. So my entry was here, right? So my stop loss is now at break even. Sean said I took that with 1 micro and passed my 3rd eval. Let's go. Guys, how many people on here are telling me they're passing evals is wild. That's so awesome. Very interesting spots. So we did just sweep a pretty obvious low, guys. And we are trading back into this hourly fair value gap. I think this is not terrible for a short if we can inverse this. Stop to break even at this high. Why is there so many? Alright, so let's see what happens here, guys. I think I'll enter this if we get it. We swept liquidity. We have an A plus IFEG to the upside. Stop to break even at this high. But again, it depends where this candle prints, right? So we got 30 seconds till the candle close. But yeah, this looks really good to the upside. But I don't know if I'm even going to get an entry on this. Let's see. Alright guys, that's the entry. So stop for me to break even will be at this high right here. So I'm going to move my stop down here for now. Take profit will be up here. So again, guys, my stop will be as soon as this high hits, if we even get it, then my stop will be moved to break even. I have a strange feeling this is not going to work because we might have a bias to the downside here, but we'll see. At least to this high, it should work. And guys, this is going to be my one trade for today. Because I have a feeling this might lose, unfortunately, but we'll see. I just have a feeling in my gut. But again, guys, if this high gets hit, I'm moving my stop to break even. As soon as it hits. I don't like that at all. I really don't like that. I want to see this candle deliver cleanly. I don't want to see it like wick immediately after hitting this high. Yeah, guys, I'm putting my stop at the low of this order block. I don't trust this move. I don't really know how to explain it, but I don't trust it. So again, guys, I'm willing to get. Unfortunately, I don't trust this position just based on where we are in the market. So I'm going to move my stop below this order block to protect myself. You guys can do what you want. This is like a screen time thing, a feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like this might lose. So we'll see. I wish I could give you a better explanation than what I'm giving you. But it's literally just like where we are in the markets, the fact that we're potentially in a sell program here, this could be inducement. But again, if we hit this high, for sure I'll move my stop to break even. So I haven't released my mouse off the button yet. Yeah, you see how we like just hit this high and we immediately rejected it? I don't like that. Alright, I'm moving my stop to break even right there. I don't care, guys. Sorry. Alright, stop for sure to break even there, guys. If you're not in break even, I definitely suggest you do so. So this is a free trade. Once we hit this high, we could reject from this 1 minute, but my TP will be up here at this high. Alright, nice so far. Beautiful. So I'm probably going to sell, I'll sell 2. Oh, I can't sell, I can't modify it. I'm going to sell 2 up here. And then I'll leave the runner to the next high. Alright guys, I brought my eval account above 50,000 again. And my cash accounts are up pretty green now too. I know, like, sorry if I seem unfocused sometimes. I'm trying to work this account here to show you guys, and then I'm doing them on my other accounts at the same time, so. Did anybody take this trade? Oh, I don't have a stop loss on this. On this account, at least. Wait, oh yeah, I should. It's just at break even, I think. Okay, so you can see here we're in this 1 minute fair value gap, right? So this is what's holding down price. We need to see it close above, and then we're probably going to go to this high if we do. But for now, it's rejecting. Sean's in another one? Or who else just took it? I think it was Sean that took this on a funded account too. Alright, so we just got stopped out, guys, for break even, or almost. Alright, there's a stop out. So you can see we rejected from the 1 minute, right? You see how we protect ourselves? Because I know that if we're bullish, we should not reject like this from the 1 minute gap. Guys, and I can notice a lot of you guys getting like, in the chat, you sound almost euphoric. So... This is where trading gets dangerous, okay? I'm being serious now. A lot of you guys, first of all, like DZ, I saw he took a trade that was not A+. It looks like some of you guys are taking like a bunch of different trades on a bunch of different accounts, and you're winning, which is awesome. I love to see that you're winning sometimes, but you cannot, like, don't get euphoric like this, because this is the type of emotional state that causes you to click buttons when you shouldn't be, and that's how you end up losing money. This is the emotion that ends up leading to depression. I'm telling you right now. I wish I was kidding. I wish I could say something else, but this is how life works. Okay? When you're like ultra euphoric, like you guys are acting right now, it tends to lead to something bad. So just letting you know. Yeah. I'm just being real with you guys, okay? I know like there's a lot of like YouTube, Instagram gurus, they like hold their phone up and they show their Discord. Look at all the people that won this trade. Type 111, say bang, say this, say that, and they're all like tweaking on their Discord chat. Like it's not worth it, guys. Like I love being positive, don't get me wrong, but this like mentality that they're kind of like fostering, it leads to degeneracy. You need to just be calm. You took a trade, you lost, you got stopped at break even. That's it. Like that's it. Don't be like all hyped and excited. Yes, it's fun to be positive, but don't be like degenerate. Exactly. Dopamine is your enemy in this career. Dopamine is your enemy in this career. Broke even, but intraday trailing drawdown sucks. Yeah, this is what I hate about prop firms, guys, is that you get all this trailing drawdown. This model is great, and you can still be profitable with it, and you can still pass accounts, but when it comes to trailing drawdown, you have to be careful. For sure. Tesla's back at 394. Ooh, the win is up. Whoa! Wow, low volume. Warriors for Yeshuva's up 240 on the day. Good job, bro. Good job, good job. But do you guys see how, like, read my emotional state? Do at any point in any of these positions that you guys see me trade, do I get like so hyped that it's like a gambler's mindset? No. Like my mindset always stays the same, or relatively the same. Trust me, in the beginning of trading, I was exactly like you guys. I got super hyped when I won, and then like it ends up turning into like a game, and you like just take stupid things. But then you realize when you lose $1,000 in a day that it's not a game. So. How is your break even above where you entered and not actually where you entered? What do you mean, guys? All right, one more time for Evan. This is my entry for the trade, okay? The candle closed right here above the fair value gap. So you buy, okay? My take profit was up here. And my stop to break even was right here on this candle's high, right? Because I was nervous about this trade. Okay, then we're going to move the market forward. Okay, we never came back above it. And then right here, as soon as the candle hit the high, my stop moves to break even. You can move it slightly above. You can move it at break even, whatever you want. And then you can see that we got stopped out for break even. Because when the candle came back, it stopped us out. Our order was right at our entry, which is right here. Okay, does that make sense? So I've taken one trade today, guys, and I got stopped at break even. The only other thing I will consider, if we end up getting a close back above this 5-minute fair value gap, I'll look. If we get a close above this 5-minute fair value gap, I'll look for another long. Because we have no more in the leg until this high, so I think this will be a great entry for a long if we get it. This kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulders pattern too. Not that I used that, but I'm just saying. Alright, do you guys see that? This could be the start of a buy model. Now back up to the highs. So, and normally, guys, I wouldn't... Yeah, I only move my stop to break even once a level hits above my entry. So I'll be in profit. Yeah, guys, this actually looks pretty good for a long. If we close above this 1 minute, you guys are welcome to try another entry. I think this will probably work to the upside, at least to this high. Again, guys, I do not enter 2 trades in the same leg. I need to see a major fair value gap close above to re-enter this trade. So in this case, I'd need to see this big 5-minute gap close above. That signals to me a change in market structure and that this next high is likely to hit right here. But until then, I can't enter. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get a little snack. I'm hungry. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for helping Evan with that. All right, so what do we got on the menu? Check it out, guys. Healthy breakfast. We got Greek yogurt with pumpkin seeds and a bee pollen. You guys know what bee pollen is? I have like major allergies, but it helps with hair loss, all kinds of like vitamins and minerals. I got maple syrup in there. I'm gonna turn off my chew. You guys see how I had a strange feeling this was gonna fail, and look what's happening here. Just based on screen time, guys. Wild. How do I know that shit? It's actually crazy. Yo, so again, guys, if we end up getting displacement here back to the upside and we close above this 1 minute, I'll take this long up to this internal high. Actually, guys, I'm not going to. So let's say we end up getting a close above here. All right. Let's see if somebody can answer why I'm not going to take this. What is the reasons that I don't think this IFEG is A+? And a lot of times I would say it is, right? At minimum, so your stop to break even would be at this high, and you could partial, and then you could target this. But why is this right now not A+ to me? See, there's two reasons why. See if you guys can figure it out. If it displaces to the upside. Nope, not equal lows. Nothing to do with the 5-minute gap. I mean, yes, yes, Warriors for Yeshua, there is a 5-minute gap here, which is important, but that's not the two reasons I'm talking about. Wow, this bee pollen is fucking strong. I don't know if you guys have ever tried bee pollen. It has such a strong flavor. K says 3-minute IFEG but no sweep of liquidity. Let's look at the 3-minute. No, guys. We already took this setup. I'm talking about right now. If we end up closing above the 1-minute. Okay, the 3-minute doesn't matter to me anymore. We already closed above it once. Okay, guys, so nobody got it. Two reasons. Number one is the accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I've told you guys about this a lot, right? In the Asia and London session, we have, this is kind of like an accumulation right here. We manipulated higher and now we're distributing down. So I believe this is a distribution leg. That's the first reason. Number two, we still haven't balanced. We're not in discount, right? I told you guys that we're in premium of the range. So why am I taking longs in premium after an accumulation, manipulation, distribution model? So I want to see the 50% at minimum get rebalanced before moving higher. And I don't like that we just started this crazy model, right? We swept London highs and we immediately displaced down. So this tells me this could be the start of a sell model. Oh, okay, saying the 3-minute IFEG to the downside. Well, I'm talking about longs. I don't care, like, I don't care, guys, if there's a 3-minute IFEG to the downside if I'm looking for longs, right? I'm only caring about this if we close below it. I can't believe UPS is collapsing like this. Holy shit. Hourly chart. Orders for Yeshua. High to low. You guys can see here now, this is all premium. This is all discount. So I would look for longs and discount, not longs and premium. So yeah, I think this is going to dump. All right. I'm back in action. No, I definitely don't only take buys. You guys have seen me take shorts on live stream. But I prefer buys, yes. Buys work a lot more than sells work. Sorry, buys work a lot more than shorts. What a collapse. Guys, I really think we're going to this 50% level, and we're probably going to go down to take out the SMT from yesterday. So you guys can see now we have all these lows here. Excuse me. Yeah. If only, guys, oh my god. If this would have happened, okay, up here, and we ended up, instead of coming to here, we swept this high, touched into this volume imbalance, and then got the 1 minute short, I would be all over this. This would probably be like a $4,000 day. annoying that that shit doesn't happen. Oh, but it is what it is, guys. You can't cry about it. You can't cry about it. Oh. Okay, so the 30-second chart, this looks really good to the upside, but I would never take this, right? Because I think we're going to the 50%. Now, it's probably going to work back to this high, back to this high, and back to this high, but I'm not taking it, guys. I'm just saying that you see how, like, sometimes I see setups that are really good, but because I know the bias is the opposite direction, I'm not just going to risk money just to risk money. I want the setup to be so good that it's impossible to, like, every time I try and think of a negative reason not to take the trade, nothing comes up in my head. Until that happens, I don't click the button. Okay, guys, how many times do I have to drill that into your minds before you understand it? Please, just, if you go into the day with that mindset, I'm going to think of every single thing in the book that I can of why this trade is not good. And if you can think of one or two things that are even remotely bad about the trade, don't take it. Okay, when DZ took this short, right here, I can think of a million reasons why this is not A+. We didn't sweep buy-side liquidity. We're still, I mean, technically we were in premium of the range, so it's a decent short. But we didn't sweep obvious buy-side liquidity. We're not in premium of the current leg that we were in, right? So if you draw the high to the low of the leg that we were in, we did not trade into premium. We hadn't balanced a 5-minute fair value gap. We had all this buy-side above. So this is not A+. But yeah. So remind me, guys, who's green today and who's red? Tell me if you're green or red for the day and by how much money. And for anybody that's red on the day, I would love to, I want to know what you took and why you took it. Warriors green 240. I know Sean passed another eval account, right, off of one of the trades. Kay, did you take anything? DZTV, I think you're green, right? Or you, maybe you're slightly red, I don't remember. Also, guys, make sure if you're in the stream, make sure to like the stream on YouTube. Helps the algos a ton. Kay has not taken a trade yet. So, for those of you guys who don't know Kay, Kay is one of my OG members. And me and him went over how to buy a Top Step account yesterday. So he has his first Top Step eval. And we set him a max loss per day of $100 with 2 trades max per day. That's his risk settings. So he made a commitment to himself, right, Kay, that you're only going to take A+ setups on this account because you only have two opportunities to click the button every day. I think this is going to be a failure to the downside. Evan Lucas is still just paper trading. Yeah, for sure. Evan, for you, especially because, yeah, you still don't understand the model fully. And it'll take time. Like, it's not something you're going to learn right away. Definitely paper trading is best, guys. How's Enphase doing? Okay. I have sold puts on Enphase, guys, for 65. I got paid like $500 per contract to sell the 65 puts. So I should get some really nice monthly income on those. So, again, guys, am I going to take this on a real account? Absolutely not. But I will say, I think this is a sell program, and I think it's a sharp sell program. So, what does that mean? I think, like, there's going to be very few retracements. Again, this is all thesis. But if this 1 minute fails, I think we're going down to the low and 50%. Again, I'm not taking this on any accounts. Okay? What you're seeing here on the screen is paper trading. So if we get this 1 minute close, for the sake of a paper trade, to show you guys on the screen, maybe we can try this short. But that's it. I'm not taking this on any accounts, guys. Zero, nothing. Stop to break even when this low hits. No accounts are taking this. Absolutely none. It's not a trade setup at all. Okay. Just doing this for the sake of showing it on the screen. That's it. Please, guys, if you are in a real account, this is not a trade to take. It is not a plus. It sucks. The odds of this working are maybe 10%, maybe 15%, maybe 5%. Yeah, Evan, keep it up, bro. You're asking questions. You're separating yourself from most people. Because most people, they see something and they don't understand it. And they immediately, their like mind shuts down to it. At least you're asking questions. You're trying to understand what you're doing. That is the first step. Most people, when they see something they don't understand, they just give up. I don't know why it is. Maybe they're just sheep NPC-brained people that have no free will. Maybe they've been indoctrinated by school just to like give up when something is complicated and they don't have guidance. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people just can't. They don't have the mindset or the willpower to push through something that's confusing or tough to understand. Of course, Evan. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate hard work. I'm not saying, I mean, what you're doing is not like hard work just yet. You're watching a video and you're asking questions. But it's the first step to putting in the effort needed to be successful in something like day trading. Again, guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Probably 90% of you in here are not going to be successful day traders because of the fact that you click buttons like idiots. You just click whenever you see a setup. I'm not sugarcoating it. I don't want to lie to you, okay? But try not to be part of that statistic by doing what I'm telling you and only clicking the button when it is perfect. Like right now, okay? Anybody who clicks this button on a real account, if this ends up closing to the 1 minute downside, will you win? Possibly. But 90% of the time when you click this button, you will lose. This is not an A+ setup. It's not even remotely close. So you have to understand that probability-wise, if you keep taking this, you're not going to be profitable. Okay, I'm just doing this for fun to show you on the screen if something delivers the way that I think it is. Okay? I'm saying this to like, not to make you feel down about it. I'm saying this to like wake you up. Because for those of you who like, whoever took this trade here, unless you have thousands of hours of screen time and you know that this works a lot of the time when you have this specific model, by all means. But until then, guys, I'm sorry, but this is degenerate trading right here. Okay, we got just a few seconds till the close. Okay. Wait, did this close below? Close below by 1 tick. So the stop loss on this trade has to be a close back above. Take profit will be down at the 50%. Stop to break even when this low hits. If this works, guys, it's going to not be good for the psychology I'm trying to teach. But again, it's all about probabilities. This is not A+. Please don't work. Alright, so your stop has to go to break even there. Oh my god. Alright, that was that worked. But again, guys, most of the time this does not work, okay? Ah, man. Doesn't that suck when you're trying to prove a point and you end up making money off of it? Again, that was a paper trade, guys. I did not take that in any real accounts. I'm just saying. Most of the time this fails, alright? Oh, man. And you know what's probably going to happen here? And again, I could be completely wrong. We just touched 50%. This could completely collapse. But no trade, so... Man, oh man, guys. But you see how when I took this trade earlier, I said you guys it's probably going to fail? It didn't fail. We ended up getting our break-even stop. But this is why I love my model. It saves you so much of the time. Guys, and there's again, another really good looking 30-second long. You guys see how I said this is a good looking 30-second inverse, but will I take this? No, because my bias is bearish. I'm saying the same thing again. A really nice looking 30-second long, but I'm not going to take this because my bias is still bearish. I want to see sell side get hit, right? Which in this case comes from this low right here. Why am I looking for longs if my bias is bearish? This is what I'm talking about. Not every setup wins, and you have to understand that, right? If you were doing the opposite of me today, right, and your bias is bullish, and you were trying to take every single long setup, you would get destroyed. Okay, so this is my point, right? I got lucky because my bias is bearish, and I have enough screen time to know what probably works and what probably doesn't. And yeah, so because I'm on the right side, every single inverse I'm taking is working. But if you're on the wrong side of the trade, or it's going to be like a chop day or not a continuation day, then you're going to get smoked. Man, I have a feeling there's going to be a really nice setup that forms at some point today. Ooh, are these perfect equal? No, they're not perfect equal highs. Okay, I would not be surprised, guys, if this candle brings us up to this high. Would not be surprised. I don't know for sure, but wouldn't be surprised. So guys, who learned something about not being a degenerate today? Did you guys get at least part of the lesson of not clicking every single IFEG? Even though this one succeeded, I showed you guys that a 1 minute on the long side failed, right? Warriors for Yeshua learned that a few days ago. Let's go. Like, I don't care how much money I help you guys make. The main thing I care about is to teach you not to be a degenerate. If I can give you one thing, one lesson, guys, is to click the button once a day. And if you hold yourself to that standard and you're super picky, like imagine the setup is like the girl that you're gonna marry for the rest of your life, right? You're not just gonna just look at the first girl and be like, oh, this is the one, right? You have to search far and wide. You have to find the one that's actually gonna be good for you. She's gotta have the perfect everything, right? And if she doesn't, you're not going for that, right? It's the same concept with trading. Every model, you want to look for the best model. And once you find it, that's when you execute. Not at the first skanky prostitute that you see walking down the street, right? Hopefully I don't get... What? How do you get demonetized on YouTube? Like, did I just say something that can be cancelable? Hopefully not. Maybe I should move to Twitch. Alright, so there is the high that I just told you guys was probably going to hit. I think we're probably going to go up to this candle's mean threshold. Maybe a little higher. Wow, I don't know. How am I so good at this? Actually wild. Do 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 do. Da na 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 na. Yo. Guys, I have done this for a long time, and I have a lot of different things that I look at to decide where I think the market's going to go. I do have something that I use that I developed myself. I've shown you guys it before, but it relates to this purple chart right here. And that's a proprietary thing. I'm not revealing what that is. And it's not perfect. It's not going to give me a guaranteed certainty of making money. But it's kind of like, how do I explain it? You know how when you go bowling, you have two options. You can bowl without the railings, or you can bowl with the railings, and like if you miss, it helps like guide you in the right direction. It'll make the ball bounce. You can't go into the what are those things called? The like little sewer lines on the sides, the gutters. That purple chart, it kind of acts as like railings on a bowling alley. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's not gonna get you. It's not gonna ensure that you get a strike, right? But it increases your chances. That's how I would describe that. That is not ICT. It's something I developed myself, and I'm not going to just reveal that sauce. That took me a long time to develop. Like pretty much since I started with day trading, I've been trying to create something, and I was able to create something. And again, it's not perfect. It's not like if you knew it, you wouldn't be success. You wouldn't have success with it. And if I just had that, I would not be successful. You need these ICT concepts to be profitable. That's just something that gives me a little bit of an extra edge. So if this 5-minute inverses, I think this is pretty good. I think this is a good upside move. At least target this high right here. Maybe. How's the S doing today? Okay, very similar in structure. We did just sweep Asia low. Did we sweep Asia? Oh, we already swept Asia on NQ. Long time ago. Do 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 do. So, if you guys want to try this 5-minute, you can. The reason I don't think it's 100% great is because we have a 3-minute right above it. I'd want to see the 3-minute and a 5-minute close together. Then if we look at the 1-minute, we have a tiny 1-minute for value gap here. I don't love it. I don't love it. But you can see here, guys, look at how crazy this is. We hit the 50% I told you guys about, and immediately one tick below it, and we're reversing to the upside. That is pretty wild, if you ask me. So this is what I'm talking about, okay? Sometimes I'll look at a 5-minute and it looks really good, and then I'll zoom into the lower time frames, and I'll pay attention to tiny little things that a lot of people don't notice, like this little 1-minute fair value gap right here. I have a thesis, and again, I could be completely wrong here, but I have a thesis that we might close the 5-minute above. We come into this 1-minute and completely reject. Because if this is really a sell model, guys, I think that this will be, all this is just generating liquidity to the upside. That's my thesis. So let's see if I'm right. I'm not going to take this, guys. Again, I'm super selective. Not every setup is going to be A+. So let's see if I'm correct here. Do you guys see how I pay attention to little intricate details that a lot of people don't pay attention to? I've seen this happen time and time again. And maybe we don't even get the 5-minute close above. Maybe we just completely collapse here. I don't know. But if we get the close above on the 5, I would not be comfortable entering this trade until the 1-minute closes above. Personally. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, guys. Gotta crawl before you can run. We got a couple macro times coming up too. So maybe we do get a reversal here. I don't know. This could be a full-blown reversal for the day. It's possible. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. We got 1 minute until this candle closes. Let's see if the 5 minute closes above. And there was a close above, guys. So let's see if I'm right, okay? Let's see how the market behaves in this 1 minute gap. Guys, if I get this right, holy crap. So pay attention to this little area right here. Pay attention. Let's see what happens here. Oh, 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 oh. Let's see. Guys. Did anybody just see that? So think about how many people saw this 5 minute inverse and they don't understand that we're probably in a sell program. Let's see what happens. Crazy. That's actually wild. Details. Caleb, you saw that, right? And watch if this 1 minute inverse is to the downside. Again, guys, I could be completely wrong here. This could be a buy model. But if we close below this, would not be surprised to see this low and then probably trade all the way back down to the low of the 5 minute. Like, I'm just going to draw out, not fully. Here, I'll draw it out here, actually. Or no, it's here. It's here. That is crazy. Guys, type 1 if you understand what I was talking about here with this little 1 minute fair value gap. Again, is this a trade? Is there anything that I'm doing to make money here? No, it's just an observation. But do you understand why I didn't want to immediately enter this 5 minute IFEG long? Because I pay attention to the tiny details on the 1 minute, and I know in the past, I've seen this end up being a rejection to bring us down. Now, have I also seen a situation where we reject, we come back up and close above it? Yes. But until this closes above, there's no reason for me to be looking for longs. Wow. So watch what happens, guys, if we end up closing below this 1 minute. Let's see if we do. We got 30 seconds left till the candle close. What do you think, guys? Should we try a short here if this closes above? Or closes below, I mean? I'm not going to, guys, but I still think this is probably going to deliver us down. Dude. Also, guys, you see how we delivered into a 1. We took out a high with this candle. So, and then we closed below. This is a really good short. Now, if you were in this, guys, I would move your stop to break even here, and I would expect the market to collapse all the way down to this area. I would expect it, again. But for now, it's a free trade, right? It doesn't matter what happens now. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. And there's a stop out on the short. You know, the chat is really quiet right now. I have a suspicion, and you guys can let me know if you're wrong, but I feel like a lot of people in the chat saw me call out this 5-minute IFEG and took this long. And all of you are sweating right now. Am I right or am I wrong? Who's sweating right now and took this like a degenerate? Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to say type 1. Again, could you be correct? Yes, but always pay attention to the details. Always pay attention to higher time frame draws on liquidity. In my eyes, it looks like these lows are going to get swept. Now, am I in a trade here? No, but I still think I could be correct, but we'll see. So we never closed back above the fair value gap yet. So technically this is still a short. Again, you would have gotten stopped at break even when this low hit if you're super risk averse, but okay, so it looks like people might get stopped out of this short now. We'll see. Okay, so that's technically a stop out on the short, guys. Alex M says, I think that was a bear trap. What? This move up? What was a bear trap, guys? The second retracement up. Oh, man. Let's see if we end up closing above the 1 minute. Ooh, there's a 15-minute IFEG here too to the upside. Yeah, guys, I have no idea what's going to happen here. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea. I think we'll probably dump, but who knows? I wish I could give you guys a high degree of certainty at this point in the market, but I cannot. We do have a lot of LRLR here, right? We have this trend line. Whoops. So maybe we come up and sweep all these and then go lower. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So again, guys, if this 1 minute closes above, I think we were probably going to go up to these three highs right here. But the only risk here is that this is like an internal high, and if we sweep it and immediately wick, then we could start retracing down. It's just not an A-plus place to be looking for anything, in my opinion. But if you really think that this 15-minute fair value gap is going to work, then you could try longs, but that's up to you. Not my cup of tea. If you're in the longs here, guys, I would definitely move your stop to break even if this high hits. Because if we're bullish, we should just completely blast through this and not respect this wick. Wow, I've been live for 2 hours. Holy shit. Also, our macro time is just starting to at 11:50, so we'll probably get some good movement in this macro time. Okay, looks like the 1 minute is potentially going to close above here. Let's see. In the macro time, looks like we might be ready for blast off. All right, the macro time is beginning. Let's study this, guys. How does the market behave in this macro time? We just swept this high by a tick, by the way. Just letting you know. Let's see what happens here. Tristan. What's up, Tristan? Good morning, bro. Good morning from Pretoria. Took my trade pre-market today and locked up. Very good, bro. Very good. Okay, so we're about to close above this 1 minute gap. In theory, guys, this should deliver us all the way up to this LRLR right here. I'm not taking this, but you guys can if you want. You can see that the 5 minute fair value gap did end up working. And if you're in this trade, definitely move your stop to break even here and just let it run if it's going to run. Wow. No, DZ, I did not take anything. I told you guys that if this 1 minute closes above, it would be a pretty good long, but not A plus to me. I wanted to see more liquidity get swept. We did touch the 50%, which was great. And if you're in this, definitely have your stop to break even now, but or take partials, whatever you want. But no, I did not take this. This high, this high, this high are probably coming. All right, there's the second high. Nice. And now probably the third high here. Man. There was the 5 in IFEG. Again, guys, I didn't take it personally, but for those of you who did, congratulations. In a lot of situations, I would take this, but because of the fact that we potentially started the accumulation, manipulation, distribution leg of price, and that we could have been in a sell model, I did not take it. Whoa. But congrats to those who did. So what I'm looking for next, guys, is a sweep of this high, and then maybe then we can look for a short, but I don't know. This is such a tough spot to be in. Like, genuinely, this could be the start of a huge sell model, which it's definitely possible, but I also see a scenario where we end up going all the way back to highs. And the reason that I'm not so confident on shorts right now, guys, is because, again, we have this daily volume imbalance above, right? You can see the gap right here. And then if we pull up the new week opening gaps, which I hid just to make things more easy to see in my eyes, that's also a new week opening gap. So I would not be surprised to see that hit. So what I will do, guys, if this 5-minute inverses to the upside, I will change my bias, and we will look to target this today. Okay, so you guys see how we started the macro time? Remember what I told you guys? And as soon as the macro time started, we get delivery up to buy side. So put these on your charts, guys. They're super important. This indicator by trading by Cognito on TradingView. Take a screenshot of all these macro times. These are where prices like to deliver up to their targets or down to their targets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So there's the high. Actually, we missed it by a tick, but it should still hit. Do-do-do-do-do. Wow. I wish I would have taken this 5-minute, guys, but again, I couldn't. Yep. Again, guys, you see how I don't get FOMO here? Yes, it would have been great to be in this buy. Am I happy that I followed my personal trading plan? Yes. That's all that matters to me. There will be plenty of days where I take a setup like this and I end up ripping to the upside and making a ton of money. But sometimes it doesn't happen, right? It is what it is. There's always trade for the next day, guys. Trade for tomorrow. So if this inverses to the downside, I would not be surprised if the market goes all the way back down to this high right here, because everybody who was long the market has their stop above this entry right here. So we haven't closed below it yet. We also have a new week opening gap here, so we could use that as support to bounce from here, but again, guys, nothing that I would take. So why do I think that the market, I mean, first of all, we just targeted this low, but why do I think this candle's high is coming? Because of the fact that everybody who entered long has their stop loss here, right? So it's very likely the market's going to drive down to this low. Could it not? Yes, absolutely. This could be the low here, but I think it's probably going to drive down to this candle's high. Can't believe we missed this high by a tick. Did ES take its high? Let me go to the 1 minute chart. Yeah, guys, ES took its high. So right now we have an SMT with ES. See that? Lower high. Higher high, lower high. This is an SMT. Whoops. You guys see how that works? Let's see if I'm right, guys, if we end up going to this low right here. Or this high, I mean. We're in a 1 minute fair value gap, but I don't think this is going to hold. I think it's going to touch this at minimum. Do you guys understand why I'm looking at this? This candle's high right here? So the reason I'm looking at this candle's high as the potential target for the shorts here is because this 1 minute fair value gap that we closed above was where a lot of people entered longs. So what the markets like to do, not always, but a lot of the times they like to come down and stop traders out who entered on this candle. And then if they're going to go higher, they deliver it. So like a lot of people are trying to go long here. I'm guessing they're going to stop them out on this low and take out this candle's high. Now, again, this is all speculation, but it's just something that I'm watching for. We just swept this candle's high by a tick. We rejected the new week opening gap. We're not using it as support so far. So I think this is going to take us down to this candle's high. So this is just me tape reading, guys. I'm just reading price. There's no model here, but I'm just suggesting that we're probably going to go down to here. Refill this fair value gap probably, stop traders out who are long, and then maybe we get the delivery to buy side later today. Do 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 do. And let's see if we get it. And there it is. Look at that. Now from here, I have no idea what's going to happen. Right? We could trade down, back down into the 1 minute, hold this and go higher, or this just could completely collapse from here. Everybody get that? Everyone understand why I was thinking that? Now? Alright guys, I've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to call it quits for today. If I see anything A+, as always, I will call it in the Discord. I think there will probably be a really good setup today. I think we're still going to deliver probably to the upside, but I'll have to see what happens here. But I wish you guys the best. I'll see you tomorrow for the next live stream. And yeah, I'll stay in touch with you guys in the Discord for those of you who are in it. Alright guys, have a good rest of your day. Peace.